Maybe a mark of just how big this Super League story is that James Corden on his Late Late Show over in the States last night gave over 6.5 minutes to the Super League story, and he topped and tailed it by looking at his bewildered American audience, saying, "I know you don't care about this," but then proceeds to do. I mean, the people behind it, Ben Winston, who I used the showrunner on it, is a big Arsenal fan. James Longman, huge West Ham fan.
Of course, yeah.
So a lot of the team are big football fans. He is a West Ham fan as well. So we're going to play you a little excerpt of it, really. But you know, it's a bold thing to do on a big sort of shiny American TV show, chat show. But let's give you a flavour of what James Corden had to say last night.
The wealthy teams, they got together to try to stop that achievement ever happening again, and that isn't sport. And if this happens, and unfortunately I really do think it will, I don't want to be over dramatic, but I do think it's the end of the sport that we loved. It truly is. Like I think it's going to happen, and I don't think there's anything we can do about it. But what we can do, and I hope as fans, that we will remember the names of these owners, the owners of these teams that made this decision, how they hid behind a devastating pandemic as a reason to announce this while a season's being played. They didn't consult a single player, not a single manager. They certainly didn't consult the fans of their teams. They bought into a sport that so many of us live for. At 3 p.m. on a Saturday, they took it and they are going to crush it without ever thinking of the damage that's being done.
There we are. And just
he's angling for mid-morning on talkSPORT 2, isn't he?
That's right. Oh,
Step up for James.
But no, it was, I think, a bold thing to do on American telly.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
What Conan O'Brien saying? Did he do
I don't know if he's Wayne or Bill Maher has. Mike Collett, fine journalist, retweeted something from World Soccer magazine, and the headline from World Soccer: "Economic reality will force European Super League." It was. Brian Glanville wrote it in February 1964.
Wow.
So there we are, Brian with his crystal ball. It's a fascinating piece, actually, about how... I mean, there's been a few things like this. There was an excerpt that popped up today from the old BBC football fanzine show, Standing Room Only, which looked at the idea of a kind of European breakaway. So people have been talking about this for years and years. It's fascinating. This is from the sort of 90s.